So we got an International Hydro 826 here to work with today. What we gotta do is we gotta put this line back in. It goes from behind the wheel well up into here. We got some panels to put on it because obviously it's missing quite a bit of sheet metal. The inside's obviously rough. I do have a door. I actually got 3, but I got one that will probably be put on here. It's just the work with the hinges. As far as it goes, this tractor has been repainted a few times. You can obviously see this is not the original IH white. For the most part, it is just painted white. So you can see here on the back, that's kind of your original IH off-white, and then this is just like a Rust-Oleum rattle can white. So I basically have been running this tractor since I was 9. It's done a lot for me, and it's done a lot for the farm, and it needs some work here and there. It's been painted a few times, obviously. You can see there, someone's already rattle canned it. It's missing some panels. When we bought this tractor, it had a blown hydro. We had another 826 with your partial power shift, whatever it's called, with a torque amplifier. Plan was to take this engine and stick it in that one because that one was just beyond the machine work to do with it was just not worth it. So this engine was supposed to go in that one. Plans got changed, and we fixed this one up instead. So it's got a, I don't know, hydro was done in like 08. So it's, you know, it's got some hours on it. Obviously it's been kind of a workhorse for a few years. Nothing here works. All the electrical, basically it starts and it stops. You have no gauges, you have no running lights. Hoping to change that a little bit. So we're going to put some lights on it and make it nice as we can with what we're working with. So I got the first piece on. Look really good, I think. And maybe one day we'll do a restoration on the channel if we get enough subscribers. So we're gonna slap the other stuff on it right now. And so we got our second panel on here. It's starting to look more like an International, I must say. This badge here, I don't know where that one went. Someone did take that off. I got one on there. The other side doesn't have one either. So I'm not really too concerned that it doesn't say Farmall 826. Although it would be nice. However, anyhow, we're gonna bolt up this hood piece now, and we're gonna start getting working on the cab. I got some wire cutters. So all of this unnecessary shit here, this is going to go right about. These are dull as fuck. So here we're just cleaning up some wires because they just look awful having all that stuff in here. We have to do some cutting on this right here and rewire it. All this stuff here, eventually I'm going to chop all this out. Really, I just need the charging system and I'm going to run some lights in through it. But overall, I mean, I don't need a whole lot. Just taking some bolts off. That came out easy. You really just need a 1/2-inch socket and an impact, and you can really take all the hood panels and the side panels. They are they're kind of like you can really grab it with your finger, and then they just have a slot for a screwdriver. So really it is nice in a sense. Make sure I don't lose any parts here. Just try keeping that intact. So we got this here. We have this panel in here now. Just gotta tighten those up. So we finally got the new switch worked in. It's obviously not just hanging in there. It's in an actual spot. Just go boom. It starts up. That was the old switch. We're just gonna leave that in there. Here's the ether button. I really don't even need to use it anymore because the tractor starts so well. The solenoid is screwed up, and the tractor is really not going to be started in winter anymore. So it's hard to see, but that's always it goes down there. It comes all the way up into here, and if you look here, you can just get this little tiny wrench into this little slot here to tighten it. So we're currently putting that back in. Then we're going to button all this back up with bolts, and it should be a pretty good. Then I got to do that hose down there. that goes through the floors. We're gonna go grab some new floors for this once we park the Will Rich to put the hose on the back, and it should be good. So we're down here under the International. There is a lot of just grease and stuff under here, and I can't really get any good shots, so I'm not gonna record any of this. Basically, right up there, can't really see it with the light. We're just plugging the hose in. So we got everything hooked up on the underside of the tractor, so it should all be good. We're just putting the panels on, some bolts in, and yeah, it should be good to drive out of here. I do have a window for this. We're gonna have to put that in and some other stuff, but so far it's not looking too bad. I gotta put all this together and it should be ready to drive. So we installed the side panel there, and we installed this here on the back. Obviously it's not perfect. There's a piece missing there. I could take off the other cab, worst case scenario. Just got some bolts in to hold it in for now. Obviously it needs some work. I don't get what the point of this was, but anyhow, it's so good so far. It seals it up a bit more than it was. Parts stuff out here. I actually need this panel here. So we have a floor mat in this International, so we're gonna take this, and I should take those bolts there. Hopefully there's some more in here. And yeah, and there's some good stuff on this one, a key here. I'll probably take that. Ether switch, I need that. I just need some other stuff too, so I'll take while I'm here. It really does look better, a lot better already, with the International on the side. It just looks more proper. It's like this tractor was sold at one point in Winnipeg, which doesn't surprise me. I don't know if this place is still open or not, but definitely kind of a unique thing. You know, see a lot of these tags get, you know, scratched off, so it's just cool to see, you know, stuff, see where the stuff comes from that you have. The line is here. I should probably take it out, but we're just gonna leave it hanging for a bit. Shouldn't hurt anything really. It doesn't work anyways, so I gotta hook it up after with a new solenoid. But anyhow, we're gonna hook this piece back up. Turns out this was for this side and not the other side. So already, you know, it looks 3 times the tractor with new, you know, not new, but the paneling all back on it, especially with the loader. It just makes it look a lot better. I do have a grill for this one too, so I'll probably put the grill on and, you know, later on throw some interior components back in. So I got the new floors in. They look, you know, they look decent for what they are, considering they were sitting in there under a layer of sand and moss and crap for years. I mean, obviously you can see rust stains on it and whatnot, but you know, it's not looking too bad. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. Obviously they were already cut up from someone else, so then I had to cut some pieces out. I am missing this section here, and obviously, you know, it needs work. I do have an old truck mat, like a bed mat, so I'm probably going to cut that up because I'm not going to put it back in my truck. It wasn't even a truck mat really before. It was just some, it was like a diamond plate rubber pattern. Don't know where it was out of, but I'm going to put it in here. It might look good. I'll definitely be able to cut it so it's more overlapping stuff. It's, you know, it's looking really good. I got the piece back on here. I got the side panel there, so now we just got to loop around the other stuff that comes over here and through there. I got some lights, and it's a cool light. I've never actually seen this before on a tractor. I pulled this out of the other one. The lens on the back, it's just your regular light. The lens on the back though, it's red, and you have another light here, and so that lights up and I guess it shines through, and that's your brake light, which I've never seen. I don't even know if you can still get these, but that's actually kind of cool. You can see in the tractor itself, it's a lot cleaner. It looks a lot better too. I mean, from what it was, you know, it's definitely gonna look good with doors. Yeah, we're gonna keep that open there so we can see if there's any oil coming off of it, because most likely it's just gonna run down the hose, so we'll see right away. today. On the underside of the tractor, there's no fluid leaking, so I'd say she's pretty good. It's really tight. I was really good at tightening them up good. I fixed the leaks on here, so this should be good. New lines anyways, so really the only leaks coming from there, and that's an easy fix right there. So she's all hooked up and running, so we're going to lift up the cultivator. So good so far. I got power steering, she's not pissing everywhere. And I got put her in low. And she's ready to go. So, you know, if you like the video, like and subscribe, leave a comment, you know, tell me what you think. You know, I'm open to answering any questions. Just leave them in the comments. You know, it's like I said, subscribe. It really helps. I'm trying to build a channel here. I'm trying to do what I like to do and show people, you know, at the same time, stuff that you don't see anymore. You know, the old iron, stuff like this Wilrich cultivator that, you know, most people, I know they had them already scrapped them. So, yeah.